Alrighty, boys. Welcome back to the Monday Morning Quarterbacks Podcast. We are on episode 17, NFC and AFC Championship Weekend. We are joined by Josh in the top left, Hefe in the top right, Big P in the bottom left, and myself, Jake/Croneman, in the bottom right. Our records are in the top left. And how we feeling, boys? How we doing? Tough weekend, but how we feeling?
I've predicted every game right so far, so I expect to finish that out to the Super Bowl.
Okay, you
Wow.
haven't, but
Love that energy, Josh.
what were you, 1-3 last week?
No, I was undefeated, I think.
No,
I
you
think
were
the only
2-2.
one I got wrong
You were 2-2.
was
You picked the
I got
Bills
the Packers
too.
wrong and the Bills. Yeah, that was tough.
I was 1-3, so is what it is. Like
I was 3-1. I've only gotten two games wrong between the divisional and the wild card round.
it's impressive. Good on you, Hefe. Josh, okay, never mind. I think I did that on purpose.
Starting off, I mean, I was in last place in the regular season. We don't care about regular season. We're talking about playoffs.
No, we're talking about playoffs.
We're talking about practice.
We're talking about playoffs.
We're talking about practice.
Every playoff correct prediction's like 100 points, right?
Yeah, it's times 10. Yeah.
Yep. We'll make that work.
Right now, right?
Alrighty, boys. Should we just hop right into the recaps? Oh, Grape Crush, P. You'll love to see that. Grape Fagos.
Fago.
That's a Michigan signature.
I think I like the crushes, but Fagos are good too.
I'm a Fago guy.
I'm a crush over Fago guy, but Fagos are up there. They're sneaky.
It goes to Michigan thing.
It is.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yep.
It's like better made.
Where they make it is right on Gratiot, like right outside of Detroit.
They use the water right out of the Great Lake.
Straight out the lake into the bottle.
What Great Lake is it?
Unfiltered.
All
One on
of
the
them.
right.
The Detroit
Well, does
River.
it matter? They're all connected, right? So it really doesn't matter.
Allegedly. Has that been
I
proven?
mean, I don't think anyone's ever really.
I want to check the lines. I want to see where these lakes connect. That's why they say like the Mississippi River's like connected all the way up to the ocean somehow. I don't know if I'm buying that,
It's
boys.
connected, bro. It's like Avatar up in here.
I don't know if I'm
They're all
buying it.
connected.
That seems a
They
little.
found a bull shark all the way up in Illinois.
That seems like a lie. It was planted.
There's bull sharks in Illinois.
Yeah,
Anyway,
there's
boys.
sharks in the lakes. Okay, yeah, we got so
Breaking news! Breaking news! Harbaugh to the Chargers.
How we
I
feeling,
know
Jeff?
about that, Jeff.
Resident Chargers fan, give us your take. You excited?
Yeah, what's there not to be excited about?
Fair enough. No GM, Not yet,
Good
anyway.
analysis.
I feel like they're gonna let
Analysis.
Harbaugh build the team, but they still gotta get rid of all that cap hell that they're in.
I think Harbaugh's
I
gonna
mean-
clean house. Justin Herbert's gonna be on the street. The whole team.
I don't know about all that.
I don't know about
He's gonna
all
draft
that.
Wait,
AJ.
Blake Corum to the Chargers?
I mean,
Yeah.
imagine
Austin Eckler 2.0.
Eckler's gone, so it just makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. There's gonna be Kelly and Spiller.
Quorum's
But
got
they
that.
gotta get rid of Khalil. Khalil is eating up like all of the money.
Yeah,
Mike Williams is eating up so much money, and the guy hasn't played a full season in the last 3 years.
He's
There you
old
go.
and he's got
Let it
Christian
out.
Watson's is Mike Williams.
except with Caleb's.
Except not on the same contract that Mike
he's not
Williams
really
is.
as jump
Fair.
ball of a guy as Mike. He's a little bit smaller.
Watson's like 6'6".
He's just not.
Watson's not. There's no way. He's like 6'3".
I think he's like 6'5". He's above 6'3", I promise you. Look it up,
I'm gonna
boys.
go to
Check the
Google
facts
that.
right
I
now.
don't know.
Hammer
Mike-
the
all
over
I
on
know
6'3".
is
Hammer
I'm
the
throwing
over.
a ball
I think he's
Mike
6'5".
Williams one-on-one, but I'm not doing that with
He's 6'4".
6'4".
Still
6'4".
over 6'3". We'll take it. They rounded
not
it down.
We're not focused right now. The boys are unfocused. We're all over the board to start the pod today.
The boys are just frisky. The boys haven't seen each other in a week, and we're just acting up.
2 for me.
True.
True.
Welcome back, Hefe.
Welcome
So
back.
are we rooting for the Lions? Are you guys rooting for the Lions or what? Are you?
I'm not rooting for anyone, bro. The Ravens, I've been picking against all year, and I've been saying they're not real. Purdy is a fraud,
real.
and they just beat us, and I'm salty at them. The Lions are just annoying. Like, Lions fans don't even understand how to win. It's, like, crazy watching Lions fans
But
experience
what have they done to
wins.
the Packers? Like out of all 4 teams left in the playoffs,
They're
right now,
division rivals,
who are you
Hefe.
rooting for?
Lions.
Okay,
I'm not rooting. You're
thank you.
rooting for the
That was
Lions,
somewhat
Josh?
making sense.
I can't.
What is
The
wrong with you?
Packers are 0. I'll explain it to you. The Packers are 0-5 against the 49ers, and they're my least favorite team ever. The Chiefs are the new Tom Brady and the Patriots. They just win. It doesn't matter. They just win, and it's stupid and annoying. And I guess I'm rooting for the Ravens. After that analysis, I'd change my mind. I'm rooting for the Ravens and then Lions.
We've come to the
I
same
hate-
conclusion, except I hate the Lions more than you do. I'm cheering for the Ravens, I guess, because I can just like be wrong, I guess, about that all season. I've been picking against the Ravens, saying they're not legit, even though the Chiefs are gonna smack them around this weekend. I just know it's gonna happen. And Mahomes is gonna throw for 300 and like 4 tutties.
I'm gonna cry if the Chiefs win.
Chiefs are gonna win, and then the Niners looked so bad last week. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions won.
I don't think Debo's gonna play. That's huge.
Said he was going. I mean, he didn't practice today, but they interviewed him at practice, and he sounds like
play.
he's not missing the game. Yeah.
You think he'll be a distraction, or do you think he's gonna be full go?
I don't think he'll be full go because it's the same injury he missed 3 games with, but it's like he doesn't have the luxury of sitting out games. So I think it's like Laporta. Like Laporta 2 weeks ago probably wouldn't have played that game unless it was a playoff game. So I think Debo may be out there. It probably will. I mean, it's a shoulder, so it's like it's not going to affect his speed. It's just going to affect his like after the pass type of stuff, which is what he does. So we'll see how much he gets used.
Let's
Really
get into
don't
the.
matter.
I just don't get how you can't root for a team who hasn't been to the playoffs in 30 years.
Because they're a division
Yeah.
rival,
Just
Hefe.
because they're a division rival.
That's
Like,
exactly how.
So you just hate the underdog or what?
No. I hate
Like,
this
it's just a
underdog.
great story. Like, so
If it was the Bears, I'd be rooting against the Bears.
It's a good.
They
it's
haven't
a good
even been
story.
underdogs the last 2 weeks. What are you talking about underdogs? They're underdogs this
True.
week.
They have
they
been
went
the
0
favorite.
16 in the last 10 years.
And
I
don't
do.
care.
I will admit. I do
Not in the
love
last
seeing-
10 years. That was like 08, bro.
15 in the last 15 years they haven't won a
It wasn't
game.
even 15 years. We're in 2024. That was 16 years ago.
But do you
Whatever.
boys, you like seeing the stats about how since '96, the Cowboys haven't made an NFC championship, and since 2019 the Cowboys have 1 playoff win, and now since '96 the Lions have made a conference championship and have 2 playoffs since 2019. So I just love seeing that the Lions are now a better franchise than Dallas in the last 20 years.
That is quite funny.
Makes me happy. Makes me happy. I hate Dallas.
It is
so.
great to watch Dallas lose in the playoffs.
It's
every
so
year.
good to
But,
see Dallas just in pain every year. Love it.
It's crazy how the
Mhm.
NFL just constantly repeats itself. Because Mahomes just keeps winning.
Just keeps
Dallas
winning.
gets cooked by Green Bay. Green Bay gets cooked by the Niners. And then the Niners don't win a Super Bowl. That's just how it works every time.
How it goes,
If
right?
it's going to work every time, then that means they're going to lose in the NFC.
We could literally
Championship.
have.
I'd be fine with that, honestly.
It's the 10-year anniversary of the Hard Bowl. There's a legitimate chance it's like Ravens Niners like repeat 10 years later. Like
I don't know, man. It's tough.
Tough.
Let's recap really quick. We don't have to spend too much
Okay.
time on
Yeah,
Texans
we can get it
Ravens. I mean, the Ravens just absolutely cooked them.
second half though, I mean we saw one half of
First
close
half was
football.
close.
Yeah.
We saw
The
it was
Texans also
10-10.
scored
Yeah.
3 points that whole game, really.
Yeah, that the punt return touchdown.
Right. The offense the offense didn't help. Yeah. So interesting.
Is it the offense didn't help or the Ravens defense that good?
Both.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of both, honestly.
So that good Ravens defense versus a probably worse Chief offense that we've seen
Oh,
since the
no.
Mahomes era.
Chiefs are just a different team in the playoffs, bro. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And the Chiefs
Brady
own the
passed
Ravens.
down whatever he does to the Mahomes. Mahomes
They're
is the
gonna
new
scheme.
Brady.
They're gonna
Just win.
scheme.
We'll get into that game. We'll talk more about that game later. Let's just get through these
Yeah.
recaps and we'll go right into that because I got some hot points I want to make on that game.
Get it.
Well, all right, let's just go to the Packers game real quick. I'll just mute myself.
Packers Niners.
Oh.
It was just absolutely classic Packer playoff game in the sense of we're huge underdogs in the game. No one's giving us a chance. We come out and just dominate the game for 3.5 quarters and do everything in our will to lose the game in the fourth.
Yep.
Give it away.
I don't even blame Anders as much as all the other Packer fans are calling for his head. Like
No, I don't blame
we knew
Anders.
what we had in Anders, and we put him in that spot, like where he just cannot make from that range for whatever reason. He just cannot hit field goals from 38 to 45 yards.
I mean, that was just to tie it too. That's not even like that's why you lost.
Well, no, it wasn't even a tie. That was take a 7-point lead, and
Yeah,
honestly,
so you would have been in position to go to OT if you hit it.
it might be a crazy move, and LaFleur would have never done it. But I think you almost go there on 4th and 9 with how bad Anders has been, the terrible weather, and I think we get that first down, we win the game.
Right. I mean, then you guys were getting calls like when he threw the ball downfield every time. Those Niners DBs were just tackling you. Like
there's still like 5 minutes left in the game, so it wouldn't have been over. But if we score a touchdown, there is my point. It's over.
My one takeaway. I got one takeaway. I'm sorry, Josh. My one takeaway is Jordan Love on the field looked good, but down the stretch, what I didn't like out of J Money was they kept showing him on the fucking sideline, sitting down by himself, like hat on, just fucking spaced out. And it's like, man, if I'm in the lead, we coming down, we playing the Niners, I would have no energy to sit down. I'd be on my feet. I'd be with the boys, with the coaches. I'd be doing something to win the game. I didn't like they showed it 5-6 times. Him just sitting over there, just lost. Hat on, just chilling. Like, bro, this is your fucking season. Let's see some fucking energy out of the boy.
That's how he is,
huh?
bro. He's not a rah-rah guy. He's like a very chill.
Yeah. Well, he's going to have to develop some kind of leadership because that team, you could tell, needed a leader and didn't have it. So
he's just bad. He's been bad all year in that situation. He's been put in that spot 3 or 4 times this year where he has a chance to go win it and it ends in a pick. And I'm not saying all the picks have been his fault and whatever. It's just he has had a couple winning drives too. I mean, he won us probably 2 games on game winning drives. But he's been in that spot multiple times and not been great.
Just checked out, I'd rather see my QB like plugged in, getting the team up. But like you said, that's not his style. It's not his style.
I think the team does like him a lot, and they do rally around him. But he's not the rah-rah guy for sure. Maybe he'll grow into that though. I mean, the older you get, the longer you play in the league.
I mean, Goff developed it, right? Goff developed that for sure. So
I don't have anything else to say. I mean, Purdy just completely managed that game, looked terrible. We dropped like 3-4 interceptions.
He didn't win the game.
He just cannot throw outside the numbers. As I think you were saying that in my chat the other day, P. He just can't throw outside the numbers, and he's fine over the middle, and I'll hit his dink and dunks here and there. But, I mean, it's just he's Alex Smith 2.0 in my mind, and that game proved it even more. And I think it's going to be a rainy game. Well, I mean, I don't even want to get into the Lions game yet. We'll get into that.
Right.
Anything else you guys want to say on this one?
No, I'm all set.
Cool.
Are we saying Jordan Love doesn't have Mamba mentality?
He hasn't, but maybe he will.
He expresses it differently, Who knows?
It's a youngest team in the NFL.
It's his first year starting too.
Right.
It's tough. I think he's just trying to do too much.
It was a note.
We need a year where we don't match up with San Fran in the playoffs, and that'll be our year.
I would love for J-Love to use his legs a little bit more. Because on that play where he threw that pick, I think if he gets by Bosa there, it's probably pretty close, 50-50 if he gets by Bosa. Bosa was like 3 yards behind him trailing. Love's fast, though. If he takes off there was no one within 30 yards, and he walks out of bounds.
Yeah, he stops the clock. Right.
So, he even said that after the game. He's like, that's probably a situation where I just got to tuck it.
Yeah, lots of learning. Lots of learning going to happen for that Packers team in general. Like you said on the pod last week, it was... they've overperformed. They had, they were playing completely free-minded football. They're just there to ruin people's day. They already overachieved, and they played a really, really good game. Probably should have won it, which is all the more reason to be proud of the boys. And I don't think you can be upset at them at all. So
still proud of my boys. Ride or die. Go Pack, go till the day I die.
Oh God,
you boys like those bars? Holy!
No, make it stop. Make it stop.
Boys, someone sign me. Someone sign me.
I don't want to say anything before I get kicked off the pod, so we can just move on to the next game.
Okay.
Say it with your chest, Hefe. You don't have to be shy.
Stand on your business, Hefe. You just got Harbaugh. Where's the energy?
What?
Say what you wanna
I don't need
say.
to say anything about the Packers. I don't have anything to say. It was a good game.
That's what I thought, Hefe. Let's move it on.
I think Andre should get fucking cut, but I mean, if you don't think
I'm
Probably
not saying he
will.
should get cut. I don't know. I'm fine if he does get
It's in
cut,
a battle.
but I can see I don't know. They'll bring someone in and he'll compete.
a kicker out there that's better than him.
I mean, they already signed a
That's
kicker
what
today.
I'm
They signed a kicker today. He's
gonna
gonna have
battle in
competition.
training camp. He's gonna win the job.
And he could easily get cut. But I'm just
Okay,
saying,
cut.
we knew what we had in Anders, and I'm fine with cutting him too. Like, if we keep him, we cut him, whatever. But we knew what we had, and we put him in this spot. And he lost it. So, whatever. Bucks-Lions.
Lions
Yeah.
should have won by a lot more. I thought the Bucks were terrible.
Well, they threw away that tight timeout at the end where they could have had like 16 seconds left.
That was
That'd be
so
something.
weird to me because I was watching that live and I was like, they could take a timeout and get the ball. If they miss the field goal, like anything could happen.
Todd Bowles is just the worst coach. I've been saying that for the longest time. Todd Bowles is just
He seems
so
a vet.
bad in clock management
Yeah.
situations, and he's such a brain dead coach in the sense of he's like, oh, they just kick a field goal and go up 11, bro. That guy struggled to hit extra points earlier in the game, and you're not even gonna give him a chance to miss a field goal. And
Yeah.
who knows if you block?
was
What
it
if you
gonna be
block
like?
the kick and take it back for a touchdown? Like, what
Right.
do
Was
you?
it,
It's crazy.
it would have been like a 50-yarder too, right?
I think it was
47,
closer.
50?
I think it was closer, but regardless, you got to make him kick it. How do you not give your team a chance? It's a one-score game.
That was crazy.
I mean, who knows? One in a million chance he actually block a kick or something, or if he misses it, you got 50
got a
seconds
Hail
to go
Mary.
get a touchdown. Or not 50, you got
Dude,
30
worst-
seconds.
Yeah.
Like worst case scenario, you get a Hail Mary opportunity.
It's crazy, some of these coaches. It's such like a connections league. I mean, I guess it is in any profession, but it's like some of these guys I feel like just aren't even qualified. They've just been around the NFL for 15 years to the point where like people come and go so much. They're like, oh, who's going to take this spot? Let's have Johnny, who's been sitting on the team for 15 years, hop in the D coordinator role. And they just don't even know what they're doing. It's crazy how
Yeah.
bad some of these coaches are
Yeah.
and how terrible the clock management is on these teams. Like, how is not one Bucks player to like not look up at the clock and just be like,
Yeah.
anyone? I mean, it's on the coaches to know
The
that.
passion
but,
was
like,
gone. Passion was
crazy.
gone. It's because they seceded
gave
isn't
up.
the word. Conceded.
I could be in IM football, and you're telling me they're kicking a field goal with 30 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
I'm jumping
tackling
over it and
someone.
blocking it,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm
And I'm
tackling.
instantly getting up, calling timeout, timeout, timeout. I'm
getting a
playing,
flag.
bro. Like, I
Yeah,
don't get
yeah.
it. It's crazy. These are, I mean, they're NFL players, bro. It should be like, it's a playoff game. Win or go home. You should be into it. And it's like, no one cared. People are swapping jerseys after the game, hugging each other like they don't
Chilling.
care. Oh, we got
Yeah.
our Millie, bro. Let's go home. It's crazy.
Yep.
I'm over it. I don't know. I miss the days where it's like, I'm not shaking your hand, bro. I don't care. Y'all just no. I'm going to the locker room.
It's their temperament, bro. The Bucks were never that type of team.
Yeah.
You know,
I
you hate
feel like
to say it, the Lions.
It's just
are,
a
but-
soft league, bro, and everyone's so like, good game.
We need more
like,
concussions.
I
We
just
need
want more.
concussions.
Yeah,
We
we
need
got it.
more
We
brain-
definitely got to ramp the concussions.
I want more
up.
beefs.
I want to see more players knocked unconscious on the field. I don't think that happens enough.
Solid.
Josh just said he wants to see more DeMar Hamlins happen. That's basically what you said.
Oh my
No,
God!
Mark Hamlin's
Yo,
not.
that's a segue, Josh.
Chiefs
Jeff.
Bills.
Yo, what the? I'm gonna skip to the end and just say, what the fuck was that fake punt play call, dog? That shit was the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
That
They
was
expected
know-
no one to touch Hamlin because
they
if you
thought he was
did,
gonna
then
do like that Make-A-Wish video, and he just is gonna get a free run, dude. That shit was the dumbest play call.
They
I've
did have
ever
the
seen.
numbies though. It was basically if
call
they got a
that?
certain look in that spot, they were like,
Yeah,
we're gonna
but
run this.
DeMar.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it was him.
You picked the 5'9", 150-pound fucking paraplegic to run the ball?
I think it's
on
because he's been
4,000.
in that spot all season though. So it's like whoever was just in that spot got it. Yeah, but I mean, it obviously turned out terrible.
Yeah.
I don't hate
10
the
players
aggressiveness
on
there.
I don't hate the aggressiveness, but to DeMar?
Yeah.
I'm also a guy that's like I'm very anti-fake punt to begin with. Like if we're going for it,
Keep the team
Josh
out.
Allen's gonna have the ball in his fucking hands. Ain't gonna be no direct snap to some bench player. Like I got an MVP, Josh Allen. We're going for it. We're gonna go for it.
That's
So
fair. I mean, it
that's
ended
my
up working
opinion.
out. They got this. I mean, they had the touchback right after that, and it's
Yeah.
just. I mean, the
It's a
Bills.
weird play call.
Everyone's
Yeah.
blaming the Bills kicker. It's not like
Can't blame
that
them.
was to tie
Yeah.
the game, bro. It's not. And you
Right.
have Patrick
It was the
Mahomes
same
on the other side
situation.
with 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You were still losing that game.
Yeah.
You got to go get a
agree.
touchdown there, and you got to not give the ball back to him.
I agree. I like that take.
I think you almost go for that because you're gonna lose anyway. Mahomes is gonna go get 3. Like you're
Yeah,
gonna
these
lose.
coaches,
You
they
might as
don't
well
coach
just go
like
for
Dan
it.
Campbell out here. That's what not enough Dan Campbell mentalities. Honestly, the way
Allen
he
missed
goes
that.
for it-
Allen got hit a little bit on that third down throw, or it was a second down throw where he had a wide open touchdown, and he got hit a little bit, and it was a bad throw. And then third down, nothing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Stephon Diggs is out.
Does Stephon exist anymore?
No, he's got to go.
Him
That's what you
and
were
Davis
saying,
are both
Steph.
gone next year.
Yeah.
Jake Davis will be gone too.
Khalil Shakir season.
Davis was on
Free agent.
a contract year. Yeah.
And he did not prove it.
Yeah. What did Gabe do this year? No, yeah, not shit.
He had a good first half.
They're gonna
Although,
draft a wideout,
Probably. Yeah.
and then Shakir will be the guy, a little slot
Could
guy
be-
that'll
could
catch
be
6 to
secret.
7 balls a game.
Could be secret Mike Evans landing spot. Very
Ooh.
intrigued where Mikey goes.
Now
I
we're
think Mikey-
talking, P.
Yeah.
Now we're talking
Save that for the free agent episode.
for 1,000 yards, for 1,000 in Buffalo.
Oh, he's locked for a K.
More than
Buffalo.
that.
Yeah, he's locked. That's
Josh
1,500.
Allen swinging 70-yard tutties to him.
yeah. That's just dude hasn't had a real quarterback. I mean, he had Tom Brady at his 43, but still, that's like the best quarterback he had was a 43-year-old Brady. So,
True.
yeah, it's crazy.
Patrick Mahomes has been to 6 championships in a row. Every
Couple
year
championships.
he's been quarterback.
6 seasons, 6
Yeah.
AFC champs.
He's not 1-0. Remember that talk about first road playoff game? Doesn't fucking matter. He's still Patty. He's still Patty.
Yeah, we were on the Bills
That's
train
good.
too. I think everyone picked Bills.
Well, the Bills were better. They should have won that game. The Chiefs just
Yeah.
magically. I don't know. They just.
The
won.
Chiefs, they're
Taylor
just
Swift
different
mania.
this year. They're just different this year. Yeah.
Jake's a
Shout
big
out.
Mahomie, it sounds like.
Me?
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
mean,
He's good.
I've been known to
He's
gobble.
great. He's on the dynasty squad.
I'll gobble a little.
Jackson Mahomes
in
is
there.
the profile picture. His mugshot.
Put this guy up in the suite with Brittany and Taylor.
Honestly,
Oh, yeah.
bro. Can you just imagine me having a conversation with anyone in that group? I feel like it would just
I
go
bet you get along
terribly.
with Jason. Jason, you'd be fine with Jason.
Me and Jason would both be shirtless, slugging beers in the crowd.
That was lit. That was lit.
How can he not love that guy?
Exactly.
Mr. Pfizer
America's
catching 2
sweet.
tutties. All he does.
Mr. Motherfucking.
Dude, he's the freest playoff bet every year, and it's so fun. Because literally, like, it spends 60 yards every week, and it's just so free. He cashes in the first half every time. There's just no
Might be
sweat involved.
Travis's last year. I don't think Travis is coming back after this year.
He might retire. I think he might. Especially
Right
if
off
they win
into the
another
sunset.
ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Travis, boys, we got the Chiefs at the Ravens. Ravens are
Moving
3.5
on.
point favorites, over under 44.5 for the AFC title.
Like a trap on that over under, by the way. 86% of the public is on that over. 86%. Last I saw.
Mm.
That's a lot of the public
Mm.
on this over.
He ain't no mathematician, but 86%. That's a lot, boys.
I'm telling you.
That's a
You
solid
guys are
defense.
riding this Chiefs train. This offense is not good. Not good.
Mm.
They're great.
Some would
Not
say
good.
they're really bad. Some would say
I
they're
mean,
bad.
they're not good if like you just like look at them. You know when the people say they're good on paper, the Chiefs are the opposite. They're like not good on paper, but they play fucking good.
Honestly, the Chiefs offense, you guys are kind of hating. Rashee Rice is a dog. Kelsey's an all-pro
Yeah.
tight end.
But like on
Mahomes is the
paper,
best quarterback in the league. And
Yeah,
then Pacheco's had an awesome year as well.
Pacheco-
Don't
Pacheco's a
get me
dog.
wrong. I love me some Rice. Okay, I love me some Rice.
Dude, look at the dude.
Okay,
Obviously.
I've been hyping Rice up, but I'm telling you, this Chiefs offense is not it.
It's not it.
If
defense
anybody
is
knows
legit.
Rice, this guy knows Rice.
This guy knows rice. I made 3 cups of it last night.
Fuck
We
yeah.
got fried rice on the way. Right?
On the way right now.
Rashee rice.
Day old
Ain't fried no
rice
Ravens
for the
defense.
fried? Day old rice for the fried?
That's what you have to do.
Rashee!
That's how you make fried rice.
Yeah.
It's got to be aged.
You use rice fresh out the rice cooker?
How many eggs in there, bruh?
2.
Well, depends how much rice I have.
2 cups, bro.
2. Yeah.
Feed us the secret recipe.
2 cups,
5
2
eggs.
eggs.
The hibachi. You got the
Ah.
hibachi
You
recipe?
gotta get the
5
Mahomes.
eggs.
juice.
5 eggs?
You
5 eggs. You're eating
5?
eggs with
Dude,
some
what the
rice.
You're just
on
eating
it.
an omelet with rice in it, bruh.
Dude, Rocky, bro. You don't
Dude,
even
5
cook the
eggs
rice.
and you're chopping it up? What do you mean?
Nah.
5 eggs is
you
insane,
How
bro.
much-
Bro,
Did you
you do
underestimate
maybe
how much
one.
rice 2 cups of rice is?
Are you
You
using
said
quail
2
eggs?
cups, bro.
2 cups is nothing. They probably feed you like 5 cups at hibachi, and they
2
use like
cups
2
of
eggs.
Dry rice and then you cook it after it's cooked is a lot more than 2 cups of rice.
I don't know if I'm buying it, boys.
I'm
Even
ready.
3 cups of dry rice?
This logic isn't there.
You're using half a carton of eggs, bruh?
Are we talking jumbo?
We
You know
talk.
what? I have a Costco membership. I don't get cartons of eggs. I get fucking 24 at a time.
I got Costco
Big baller
membership.
brand up there,
You
bruh.
trying to fucking flex?
You got the card or what?
You want to go see my 40 paper towels? I'll go grab them.
All right, on the topic of rice, Rashee fucking Rice is gonna get fried by this Ravens defense.
Wouldn't it be the opposite?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Either way, give
He's
me the
gonna get
Ravens.
shut down. That's
Give me
not
the
really-
fucking Ravens.
Okay, he's
This
taking the
game.
Ravens. Taking the Ravens.
I got a fun. You
Yeah,
want to,
I'll-
Josh? You
I'll-
look like you're cooking something up. I'm gonna let you go, but I got a fun stat for this game that might impact the picks.
Jake's got a bunch of stuff loaded for this, but the Ravens are a million times better than the Chiefs. The Chiefs are not that good. The Chiefs get to the playoffs, and they have a cakewalk against Miami. Miami doesn't exist in the cold. And then they just have the Bills number. I don't know. The Chiefs just win, but they're not good. The Ravens are 100 times better than the Chiefs. The Ravens have to win this game. If the Ravens lose against the Chiefs,
Both teams
I'm
have to win, bruh.
I'm convinced Patrick Mahomes has taken whatever Brady did every year as a ritual and has started doing that. Because it's ridiculous. If Mahomes is in the Super Bowl again against this team, it's absolutely ridiculous.
The Mahomes family
Ravens-
literally sacrificed their own son, Jackson, so that they could have all these titles.
The Ravens should win by like 28.
Okay, here's the stats, boys. Chiefs have played the Ravens. They did not play them in 2022 or 2023. But the 4 times prior that Mahomes has played the Ravens, 2018, they're 4-0. The Chiefs are 4-0 against them. And in 2018, Mahomes threw for 377 yards and 2 touchdowns. 2019, he threw for 374 yards and 3 touchdowns. 2020, he threw for 385 yards and 5 touchdowns. And then 2021, he threw for 343 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Is the Ravens defense the same defense this year?
Did I
than they
say
are
that?
those
Did I
past 4
say
years?
that?
Worse.
No, I'm just
Worse.
hey, all I'm saying is stats.
They're
Do you guys
worse.
hate stats? I figured this guy would love numbers, but apparently not.
Oh, yeah, working numbers.
Yeah, that's why I figured you would love it. You know?
I don't care about numbers.
Is that why
history.
you were
It's historical data?
You
No
were just
one's
trying
using
to
that.
tell me-
So,
trying to tell
so
me
I'm
two
telling you,
cups of
Mahomes
rice
hasn't
over
thrown
2
for
cups.
under 340 yards, and he's thrown 5, 10, 13 touchdowns in 4 games, and an average of 360 yards. It doesn't matter.
What?
It doesn't matter.
Last 4 games?
Some teams just own some teams, and the Chiefs own the Ravens, boys. Give
Depends
me
on
the
the year.
Chiefs.
Currently,
Give
or
me the
those
Chiefs
games
to go
against the
in.
Ravens?
Mahomes is 1-0 in the playoffs on the road, about to make it 2-0. Give me the Chiefs.
What's Mahomes over under at on
Taylor.
passing yards?
Taylor. 243.5. Like how I just know that.
Are you gonna hammer?
It's because we
the
hammered the
on that
over.
one?
We already hammered the over.
If it was closer to 300, I was gonna bet.
And
you.
Kelsey's over 60.5 receiving yards, and Lamar's over 60.5 rushing
odds.
yards. And that's it, boys. What do you got, P?
I bet Mahomes doesn't throw over 300 this week.
You want what are we doing here? Give me the same odds as the book.
That's why I'm not gonna do that, because I would have to pay out more.
Why? You're the book, bro. The book always wins.
The book. Yeah, that's what the fucking
Be the
book.
book, Hefe. Be the
Fucking
book.
sports gambling.
Go in, P. You looked upset with my analysis.
No. I don't know upset with your analysis. I'm trying to think about how I feel right now because I got a lot of feelings coming in right now. You know, I'm not the biggest Ravens fan, so I'm biased because I don't like the Ravens.
Why?
So I'm going to try to defeat my bias here, and if I think
Why
that the
don't you
Ravens,
like the Ravens?
because they just annoy me. Like as growing up, I was kind of a Bengals fan. Like they were like I liked Cedric Benson and T.O. and Chad Johnson, and I just didn't like the Ravens. But I don't know. I do think that Lamar's going to be the MVP this year, and that this Ravens team is going to find a way to win this game.
Isn't there some
But
stat an MVP hasn't won the Super Bowl ever? Or has that been broken?
I mean, there's been
I knew that was a stat
that
like 3 years ago.
I mean, this year has taught us anything with this historic Lions run. It's that, like, you know, history can be broken, you know? Also, the color purple is on the Super Bowl logo, so
I feel like
it's the script. It's the script. I mean, it's the script.
Sweet, boys. Good picks to everyone. Great analysis. I'm proud of you, boys. Let's move on to our second last game of the year that we get to touch on.
You're the only one that's on the Chiefs, right? Or are you picking Ravens? You just picked Ravens, right, Big P?
Yeah,
I did,
Ravens.
yeah.
Everyone's
said
on the
Ravens.
Ravens except me. Crown man versus the world.
Nice.
Just the way I want it to be.
Are you hammering Chiefs money line too?
No,
Plus money,
I don't
right?
have the funds for that. I threw in one 5-leg parlay, and that's what we ride with.
I
15
see
to
you're
win
back on
300. Yeah, they let me
you're
back
back
in.
on-
They let me back.
They let me back.
FanDuel said I'm not coming back ever. You're done for
Don't let
life.
the boy back.
Yeah, but DraftKings made a little deal with me. They're like, "We'll bring you back, but you have to set a limit." And I'm like, "I was gonna do that anyway, sir." They're like, "What's a good limit for you? How about $200?" I'm like, "No. How about $100?"
About
Negotiated myself down,
10 racks.
and then they said deal, and I'm back. We're back.
10
You guys
racks.
want to lock for tomorrow? Basketball. I know this is we're talking football, but a basketball lock tomorrow. Warriors money line against the Kings.
This guy, Steph Curry Jr.
Why?
up there.
No, dude, their assistant coach just died. They haven't played a game in like.
Of course,
They
Jeremy
moved
Lin wants to hop over to
before-
basketball.
Before the
Like 2
assistant coach died, their fucking home team was booing them, bro. You're still riding the
Yeah,
Warriors?
they were ass. You don't
Get
think this is
over
gonna
it. The
fucking?
dynasty's over, Jeff. Get over it. It's over.
You don't think that this is gonna,
It's
light
over.
the fire under them?
Burn the Curry jersey. He's done for.
I gotta. How can I flip my? I can't flip my.
Why
camera.
did you just look in the ceiling? But he's looking in the rafters.
I can do all things.
It's
Kinda
Steph Curry
gay.
really.
It's kind
come up
of
with
gay
that
when you
quote?
when you actually look at those words and think about it. It's a little gay.
I feel like that frame was way too close to the door, and not. I feel like it was just very off-centered. Don't know
That's
how I
crazy.
felt about that.
I can't really put it on the fucking. It's not a square room.
Oh, interesting.
Mm.
Anyway, moving into the second to last game of the year, boys. Lions at the Niners. Niners are 7-point favorites, over under 50.5.
7 points is a lot of points for a championship game.
Bit of points.
And I'm picking the Lions strictly because I want the Cinderella story to keep going.
Interesting. I think
And-
the Lions match up pretty well against the Niners. I think if Debo doesn't play, or if Debo's like barely playing, I think the Lions win this game. All they need is a couple like Brock Purdy gifts that the Packers returned because they didn't want them because his gifts are gay. I think the Lions win this game. I don't know, but
I think the
if Debo's
Packers gave
out there,
them the blueprint.
yeah,
I
I mean the Packers dominated the 49ers for most of that game. We just couldn't get
Yeah.
in the end zone, and we dropped every single interception that Brock Purdy gift wrapped to us.
Us
Yeah.
taking
I
3
think
instead of 7 so many times. Us getting a total of like, there's 4 red zone appearances in the first half, and we finished with 6 points or something like that.
Yeah, you guys couldn't convert.
It's brutal.
Do you think if to not to take this back to the Packers, so it's just a quick question. If Matt LaFleur challenges that 4th and 1, do you think we get
It
that? Or do you
doesn't
think
matter.
we
It's automatically reviewed.
Oh yeah, we had this conversation.
It got reviewed, and what? So they don't even make the announcement. It just gets reviewed, and then if it's the same, they just go on. He'll only make an announcement if it gets overturned. They just take a look at it in the box. And there was not
At
enough
New York.
evidence to overturn it, even though 4 Niners players were offsides, literally touching the Packers helmet. It was like helmet to helmet, touching the Packers lineman's
I
helmet
saw
when the play
that.
started.
I did see that one. Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, Andy got the first as well. The spots all game were brutal. Like the refs, even
Yeah,
in
that-
even in
that
the
was
game
one.
before,
Ah,
the spots all weekend were brutal. It's
I got
crazy.
the Lions.
Yeah, I liked what Jeff said about the script. I think that the Packers showed how you can run the ball on the Niners, and I think that they're going to run the ball on the Niners, and I also don't think that Debo. I know big words coming up. I don't think that Debo matters because I've faked against the Lions like 80-90% of the time this year, and I normally just have a lot of shit to say, but all the negative shit, it just doesn't matter. Like a dude, a Uke, or they're fucking one of them's going for 150. Like it's gonna happen. But the Lions don't give a fuck. They just don't. I think where the game's gonna get won is Christian. Because the Lions have a top 10 run defense. So at least if you're gonna burn them on the pass, you're not gonna run on them. And we said that a lot in Tampa. Like they could not get the run going, but they kept throwing the ball on 3rd and 20 to Mikey and he catch it. I think if Christian can get 5 yards on first down, the game is instantly over. It's gonna be the Lions run defense that's gonna really have to step up. But I do actually surprisingly like the Lions here, and they're gonna lose now because I picked them, and that's how it goes. But
I like where your head's at, P. The thing that I think this game comes down to is which quarterback's going to make the big mistake between Purdy and Goff. Because I
That's
think
fair.
one of them is going to make the big mistake that's going to lose them this game.
they both could, yeah.
But the Lions' pass defense is so brutal. I think there's just going to be guys running wide open.
But it's not a win
Purdy can
condition
make
for
the
the
easy
team.
throws. But I think the Lions win as well. The
Oh,
Niners
let's go.
looked so bad last week. And you can't continue to win playoff football games playing that terrible. I think the Lions go in and make it to the Super Bowl. Lions,
So we all
Chiefs.
just picked the 7-point underdog Detroit Lions to go to the Super Bowl, and the people that watch this podcast just stopped watching it. That's what's happened.
All right, so everyone had their points. Oh, they match up well, blah, 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 everything. One aspect that no one talked about is the passion of the fucking game right
The
now.
fucking
that the Lions.
Motor
You guys
City.
haven't been downtown, but I'm telling you,
It's not. It's in San
The
Francisco,
city?
brother.
I know
It'll
it's
be
in San
home- it's
Francisco.
gonna be
It doesn't
home
matter.
sticking out in the stadium.
it doesn't matter because
Dude's kissing
the
Jews,
Lions
Jeff.
care about the fans. Okay?
Jeff,
They
you
care
tried to
about
play
the
football
fucking
with two
fans.
dudes
They want to
kissing.
do it for the city. San Fran doesn't give a fuck. They've been in the playoffs how many times?
It's distracting.
It's not distracting.
No, you go to
Goff
the
feels at
you go
peace.
to
He's
the
like,
city.
the city has accepted me. He's like, I feel like I belong somewhere.
I know, but it's
Goddamn
in
California kicked me out of this goddamn state.
God damn,
Go be in
God
Detroit, and I won this city over. That's what he said.
damn. It's a brotherly love, man. So if you're not ready for it, and you show up and you start seeing brothers loving up on each other, it's hard to play the game of football. It just is.
I think it's supposed to be a rainy game as well. Actually, maybe not. It's actually showing
That's
sunny,
what it was last week, right? You
sunny
guys
with
were-
maybe a little bit of rain. 69 degrees. Nice.
W. It's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, but Purdy looked awful in the rain last week as well. So
He looks awful.
even without
For all of
with
those
non-rain.
Aztec offense.
Yeah, it just
Sucks.
It seemed like every drive the 49ers had, it was not raining, and when the Packers came on the field,
I
it was
know. It was pouring out. That was crazy.
I don't know if that was just
Terrible.
me.
Terrible. The script sucked. The script did suck.
Also, here's another stat, taking it back to the Chiefs game. Travis Kelce, in his last 5 AFC Championship games, has 36 catches for 344 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Last 5, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That's about 70.
About, 75-ish and a tutty a game.
Not bad.
It's okay.
Just
So,
solid.
Is your lock of the week Kelsey Tutty or what?
Now, over yards, 16.5 is free. He'll hit it in the first half, and you can sit back and relax the rest of the game and just count your money.
The Ravens'
What's
defense
the
might
parlay
shut
of the
down
week?
the Chiefs' offense completely.
You want to hear the lay of the week? Got you, boys.
Yes.
This is a really neat lay, boys, because guess what? Guess how cool this is. You can bet $15, and you can win over 300. How neat is that?
That's pretty neat.
Some would say it's very, very neat. All right, boys. Are you ready for it?
Hit it.
Hype me up a little bit.
Wait, I'm not ready.
Okay.
Wait.
No, no, no.
It didn't even work. I think I still have him muted. Classic.
W.
All right, boys. I'll hit you with it. Okay, so Travis Kelce needs to go over 60.5 receiving yards. Lock. He'll hit it in the first half. Patrick Mahomes needs to go for over 243.5 pass yards. Lock. He'll probably go over 350 again. That's all he does against the Ravens. Marquez Valdez-Scantling needs to go for over 13.5 yards. And this is why we made that bet, boys. Hear me out. McCole Hardman's going to be phased out of the offense after 2 fumbles last week. They're not even going to let him touch the ball again. And MVS was getting balls last week. Let him cook. All he needs is 13.5. He'll probably catch a 60-yarder on like the third play of the game.
He didn't drop more 60-yarders this year than some people have like targets.
That's fine. He's getting the looks though. He's due. That means he's due.
Gotta
Pete.
catch- you
That's
just
the
gotta
due
catch
factor.
one. Okay, the due
due
factor.
factor. It's fine. He'll catch a 15-yarder over the middle in the first quarter, and we're not even sweating.
And then he'll lose 6 on a screen pass and get hurt.
That's just bad vibes. That's bad vibes for this parlay, boys. We need good vibes. That's not the energy we want. Okay, that's 3 legs, boys. We got 2 more. We got Lamar Jackson over 60.5 rushing. He is averaging 94.5 rushing yards in playoff
MVP.
games.
Yeah, MVP.
In playoff games, he's averaging 94.5, and you're giving me 60, boys? I'm no mathematician, but that's a flawed line if you ask me.
Sounds like MVP.
And then when all 4 of those hit in that first game, boys, we need
Hit
Jahmyr
us.
Gibbs to bring it home with a tutty for 300.
What, you switched games?
Yeah. It's not a same game parlay.
Old move,
It's a weekend parlay. I gotta have a little sweat. I gotta have a little money in the game on the second. It's got to come down to the Gibbs tutty to bring us home.
Did you see that clip of
Are you boys riding or not? Before we get off
the
topic here.
Kelsey brothers podcast where
I'm
Kelsey
riding.
said that he was Travis was saying that he was apologizing to McCole Hardman the whole time because the reason that he fumbled in the end zone was because of his block.
Oh,
I saw something about that.
good guy, Travi.
Yeah. So like me, when I bet, I'm like I'm gonna listen to the players and see what they think. I think McCole might be getting the end zone this week.
After 2 fumbles, he's not even gonna touch the ball again. He might not even be on the field again. He's getting the Kadarius Toney treatment.
But has Kadarius been ruled out yet? Because he's injured. I thought he was a healthy scratch. He's not healthy scratched. He's injured, so he might come back.
I mean, they have 3 guys that can play that role, and they all suck. And you don't know who's going to play it every week to week. Kadarius is fine, but he's been terrible this year. But Kadarius is the best of the 3.
Yeah, you can't judge a book by its cover, you know.
These
What's that even
touchdown
mean?
lines, Isaiah likely is 4-1 anytime.
Yeah,
Isn't
'cause
Andrews playing?
Andrews is probably gonna play. That's
Mark
why.
is probably gonna play. Mark will probably suit up.
I was surprised he didn't play last week.
I know that was a little bit. He was like full
Practice and
practicing
everything.
just to not play.
hmm
Very weird.
I don't think they were worried about it.
Likely did have a really nice, just took the ball away from that guy.
Yo,
It
Likely's
looked
a
like that guy
dog.
didn't even
Yeah.
try. Or didn't even see the ball. The ball was right in front of that dude.
There's so many stats coming out of Detroit with these guys. You saw the one with Goff is now in the company of Peyton and Tom Brady as one of 3 players to win 14 games with 2 different teams.
Wow.
Legend.
Yeah, Goff.
And then also,
Go ahead. Go ahead, P.
Hutch
cooking.
is on. Hutch is on one of the best streaks ever. He's got 5 QB hits and 2 sacks per game over the last 3 games, which is the first time that's ever happened in the regular season or playoffs. And he did it in Week 18 and in 2 playoff games. So he's playing some of the best football at the best time. Stats. We got stats.
I was cooking something up. I lost it though. I don't know what happened.
We want
boys.
coaching carousel? I got coaching carousel updates other than Jim Harbaugh.
Hit us with it, P. What do you got?
Brian Callahan, offensive coordinator of the Cincinnati Bengals for the past 5 years, is the new Tennessee Titans head coach. The Washington Commanders actually hired the assistant general manager of the 49ers for 7 years. He's now the general manager of the Washington Commanders. As you may know, Antonio Pierce finally got hired by the Raiders, which was a big deal because Max Crosby actually told ownership that he demands to be traded if they don't hire Antonio. So naturally, they hired Antonio, and then Jeff's boy, Tom Telesco, who's been the general manager of the Chargers for the past decade, he's now going to division rival Raiders and will be helping build that Raiders team up. And then the Panthers continue to be the worst franchise in history because not only did they not hire someone exciting for general manager, they hired Dan Morgan with 0 years of experience general managing, who was assistant GM on the general manager that just got fired for being the worst fucking general manager in existence. So the Carolina Panthers fans are just like, get ready until they fire Dan Morgan to just be in poverty for the next 5 years. So.
You didn't even hit us with the Joe Barry firing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't go down in the coordinator. That was GM and head coach.
Just people getting fired.
Joe Barry got fired.
Or hired.
Fangio, DC for Miami, got fired today. That was kind of a surprise to some people. Jags hired a DC and a linebacker coach. So that's cool. I know. Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
The Milwaukee Bucks fired Adrian Griffin and hired Doc Rivers.
Love it.
Racist.
And they have 3 head coaches on their payroll right now.
Me and Josh were at the
That's
last
hilarious.
game of that head coach's career.
That's actually
We were
kinda
there
sick.
to end the era.
End of an era. Very short era because the dude was like, what, year 1 or 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. I haven't noticed it all at all watching the Bucks games on TV this year. But when we were at the game, Robin Lopez was just laying on the court. Like his feet were just on the court the entire game, and he was just not sitting on the bench, just laying down. Like, and then he literally left, like in the first quarter, hadn't even gone in the game. Like mid-quarter, goes to the locker room, and then just comes back out like 5 minutes later. Was definitely either just taking a pee or checking his cell phone, and then came back down and just laid down. Didn't even warm up. Didn't even like shoot around at half.
He's just big chilling. He's just
just
He had a
chilling.
beach towel. He was on a beach towel too.
He was just
wasn't even on the
chilling.
court.
It was crazy.
Love it.
You guys were in Milwaukee this?
No,
It was at
the Pistons
LCA.
game.
Oh.
$20
Yeah, he only
tickets.
beat they were only up by like, I think with like 5 minutes left, they were only up by like 4.
We're up
It must have
1.
been, like, they were up 1?
Yeah,
Shit.
and then we went on
Yeah.
like a 9-0 run. And then I was in a spot to cash a fat parlay. I needed Giannis 2 more points and the Bucks to cover by 12.5. The Bucks were up 11 with like 50 seconds left, and Giannis brings the ball down the court, doesn't score, and the
And they
Pistons
sat
score on
it.
the other end.
Yeah.
And
Bad on it.
tough. GG's in the chat, boys. You hate to see that. Gave
So
my all out
close.
there.
Yeah, you
Week in
did.
and week out with these picks, I give it my all, and it's just never
Yes,
enough.
sir.
This is the week we change the tides.
Oh,
This
well, that
is
was fun.
weak.
Are you boys riding or
Well,
not? You never answered me when I said that. Are we
I
riding
said
this?
I was riding,
No.
but Jeff was cooking something up.
Okay. Josh is
not
not.
riding.
P's in. Jeff's out.
The
You know,
Jeff literally will
That's
like
money.
beg and cry every time I hit a parlay, and he's like, "Why didn't you give me this? Why didn't you give me this? You don't even ride my stuff
When?
anyway, Hefe."
I never ride.
No,
You never
no.
said anything. I can't
Yeah, no,
ride
no,
if I
no.
don't know it.
Hefe, you were
Packers-
crying like
the
a
Packers
month
won.
ago when I hit a big parlay,
Packers won.
and I sent
It
it
was
to you, and you're
the-
like, "Why am I not getting these picks?"
Yeah, because you only send it if it hits.
It was the
I
Kraft
tell
one.
them all.
No. He sent that
You
Kraft
just said you're
one
not
early.
tailing though.
He sent the Kraft one early, bro. That Kraft one was in on like Thursday, and then Kraft hit his first touchdown ever, and you were like, "Why didn't I know?" And Jake's like, "Bro, I've been saying Kraft all week, dog."
Helping with Melton too. I was called
Yeah.
Melton, Kraft, and I called Musgraves actually, which is crazy.
Who's gonna emerge as the Packers' top wideout?
Romeo.
Mike Evans.
I think Romeo's going to be the guy, and I think Bo Melton's going to get a lot of work.
I think it's gonna be a committee.
I think
it's
Jaden
gonna be
Reed's
a
going to be a
committee
little
team.
less involved, and I think Watson's
I
going to be a
mean-
bit less involved.
It's gonna be a big committee team, in my opinion. I don't think they're gonna be like a one-trick pony. I think it's gonna be like 5 guys rotating in and out. You know.
Might have like 500-yard receivers next year.
I do think that the Jaden Reed, Romeo, Christian Watson trio as your starting 3 is kind of crazy. Like low-key could be amazing. So
They rotate them in and out in groups so much too. It's crazy.
I know they
I like
do.
it. I like the packages. They get them all involved. I like the
love
double
the
tight end
pack-
sets with Kraft and Musgrave too.
Jeff loves a good package.
How much is Jordan Love going to get paid this offseason?
A lot. of
250 is my
400.
guess. I'm thinking 250. You think 400? I think it's gonna be like 250 for 5 or something. I
money.
think
I think it's going to be like
400.
289.
for 5.
For how long? 5?
Why do you make that face? It goes 2-8. What's that face?
I was cooking.
For how long? Yeah. What's the year?
Yeah, 289 for what?
Because I have him at 50 a year for 5 years is what I'm thinking.
6 years, 289.
Okay, so
I
now
knew
you're gonna make us pull out calculators. Got it.
We got a human calculator in the top right, bro. Well, you're an analytics guy. Nothing to do with race.
You can't brag about liking numbers, and then when you get called the human calculator, you get defensive.
Okay, so being a calculator and liking numbers is the same thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like numbers. It's just my job.
You don't like your job? You should probably get a new job then, brother.
Don't
If
worry,
you don't
Hefe.
wake
I'll
up-
clip this,
if-
send it to your boss, and it'll all
Yeah,
work itself out.
you gotta
They'll
wake up every
They'll
day.
transfer you to departments. Come tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Got you.
You already transferred?
Yeah, I went from SEO to data.
Data. Oh, you're a data analyst? That's
Yeah.
cool.
Thanks, man.
That's sick. That's so cool.
That's neat.
All right.
I was just gonna ride it out in silence, boys. I liked where we were going.
It's over.
Thank you,
The fact
boys.
that we
Go ahead,
milked this
Pete.
for 45 minutes. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
we talked. We had 4 games to pick, and we still took an hour.
We did
2
good.
games.
We're
2
professionals.
games. Fuck, you're right. 2 games. We literally had 2 games.
We did some recapping though. We had to recap 4 games.
We
so-
talked about how many
Yeah.
eggs you put in rice. Chat. Put that. Yo, if you're in YouTube, watching this, put that in your comments. How many eggs you guys? 2 cups of rice. How many eggs you putting in that?
2 cups of cooked rice.
I feel like you.
Yeah,
I
two
feel like
cups.
you go
In
1
the
egg.
cooker dry.
Oh, whoa. We're not asking them how to make it. Just how many eggs. We just want numbers. You can't make chat think that hard. Just give me a number. How many
5
eggs?
eggs.
If we don't get at least 3 comments, boys, bad things are gonna happen. Bad things. If we don't get at least 3 comments on how many eggs you use in your fried rice, bad things are gonna happen.
2 cups of cooked
We're going to
rice.
give it away.
and 5
Whoever
eggs
gets
is
the right
craziest
answer
thing
wins
I've
the
ever heard.
giveaway.
You sure it
2
wasn't
cups of
uncooked?
dried rice.
Oh, so how much is it cooked? Like 5 cups, 6 cups?
I don't know, more than that, more than 2.
For the Super Bowl pod, we're gonna actually do a celebrity like
Fried
rice
rice.
cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah.
We're all gonna get together.
Or all 4 of us make our own fried rice and we figure out who's the best.
Well,
Yep.
shocker. Guess who's going to be the best?
I'll give you
Let's
a
put
hint.
the odds on that. Let's put some odds on
Definitely not the guy putting 5 eggs in his 2 cups of fried rice.
Yeah,
Buddy's going to serve us an omelet with rice inside it.
Yeah. A rice
Don't get
omelet. Some people just don't get it, man. All right, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks
Love
for
you,
watching,
boys.
chat.
Comment down below. Let's get those 27 subs up to 30 or bad things are going to happen in your life. Bad luck to everyone you know. Get it up to 30 subs. Tell your aunties, tell your uncles, tell your sisters, tell your brothers, tell your mamas, tell your papas. Get them to sub or bad things are going to happen. Love you, boys.
Storm is brewing.
We'll see you guys next week.